Alright guys, so I wanted to give you an update on how the Grand Cherokee, the Trailhawk, is going so far on the build. So as you may notice, the front end is a little bit higher than before. I shortened the level links one full turn right here on the bottom. So one full turn allowed me to get about 1/4 of an inch higher in the front. And that's because I did have a little bit of rubbing. The rubbing was back here, right here on this pinch weld, and then also on the front. I'll show you on the other side. Sorry, my neighbor's mowing. But also on the front right here. Now you can see, if I can get it, see a little hole right there? That is where the original pin to hold this plastic piece was on. So I cut this trim piece on the inside up here like this. It's hard to see, there we go. So you can see that plastic rivet, and then it's trimmed a little bit because the plastic rivet that was down there was actually rubbing on the tire right there. When I had it in reverse, you can see it's a pretty tight fit as is, but I backed out of the driveway at a pretty high speed at this angle, and it didn't rub at all now that I trimmed that. So with the 275/65/18s, your level links will need to be turned one additional turn on one end, and you'll need to trim that plastic piece in the front to get this sucker to fit. So what I think I'm gonna do is I'm going to order the rear link that comes on the lift kit. So the rear link on the lift kit lifts the rear 1/2 inch. And I like a little bit of a rake on my vehicles because I do tow, and I know this is auto leveling and so on and so forth, but I think I'm gonna at least try it to put the 1/2 inch lift link in the rear and just run the level link up front with one turn. You can kind of see how it sits right there. So I want a little bit more of a rake. So I think I'm gonna go ahead and order the rear 1/2 inch lift link, and we'll see how it goes. A couple other things that I've done since the last video. Well, one thing I'm going to do is I'm gonna get this right here, expel some paint protection film, put on that lower rocker, basically going from this line right here down this way. And that's because you can see all of the debris that these tires are kicking up. I love these tires, I love the stance. I knew I was gonna get some of this as well, so I'm okay with that, but I think I'm gonna go ahead and do the expel on the bottom part there. So a couple other things that I have done is I have put on the 6 Monkeys lower seat mole panels or brackets. Kind of see, I mounted my fire extinguisher there. It mounts really good, really nice. I'll leave a link to Amazon for that fire extinguisher, and also a link to the 6 Monkeys panels. And I've also done the Bartact JL or Gladiator rear handles on the headrests right here for my passengers. Now to do this, you will need to lower this plastic piece down and unclip the yellow clip there. Make sure you disconnect your battery first, but unclip the yellow clip that's like right here behind this. These pull out with this little hole. You put a little safety pin in that hole, and then these headrests will actually come all the way out, and you'll have to thread the wire that's on the headrest that I'm talking about unclipping, the yellow clip. You have to thread that through this, and then thread the chrome headrest struts or knobs there through there, and that's how it goes on. So these are completely lowered all the way down, and so everything fits good. So I've done that. I'll show you on both sides right there. I'll also show you the suckers dirty. You haven't washed the 6 Monkeys rear panels that I've put in. You can see here. So that's the 6 Monkeys rear panels. These are the access panels. So in other words, you can stuff a sweatshirt or a towel back behind here. Plenty of room there to do that. So it just allows you to get your hand back there and mount things. You can also get the full panel here that doesn't give you that access if you don't want to put stuff behind. But that is the passenger side panel. And then of course the driver's side panel is right here. I have again a Bartact mole pouch that's mounted there with my gloves, safety glasses, tape measure, flashlights, locks, so on and so forth that's in there. You can, plenty of room to put more stuff. So that's what we're looking at. So again, this Grand Cherokee Trailhawk has been really nice. I've done a lot with it so far, and I love the way that it's coming together. So I'm gonna order those rear links and put those on, and that's about it. I mean, there's not a whole lot more I want to do that I can think of off the top of my head right now. Obviously some rockers, some side rockers, whether it be Six Monkeys or Chief or Mopar or whatever, but some rocker protection there. I don't want the steps. I just want a stock replacement piece that's, you know, heavy duty instead of this plastic stuff that's down there. So yeah, so loving how this whole thing's coming together. Of course, I'm keeping my roof rack crossbars on all the time. So I think it just gives it more of an off-road kind of overland look to it. So there it is, a little walk around. You could probably easily go with a this size tire on a rim that is plus 30. These rims, however, are plus 20, which allows them to stick out a little bit further and give me a little bit more stance like I wanted. You can see on the back how they kind of stick out right there, the tires. So if you get a plus 30, it's gonna suck those tires in a little bit more and allow you to probably have a little bit better clearance where you won't have to do any trimming whatsoever and can run the level links just fine. But I wanted this stance. I knew it was gonna be kind of a tricky to see how it went, and I gave it a try for a few weeks, and I'm okay trimming that. This panel is not gonna be flapping or anything. It's still held on there pretty darn good, so it's not like it's gonna come off or anything. So, but yeah, the tire is very, very close, but it does not rub on any hard plastic. It probably rubs on that felt inner liner, but it doesn't make any sounds. So when you're driving around or when you're backing up and the front end tilts down when you put it in reverse, no rubs or anything, no plastic sound, so it doesn't make it sound goofy when other people are gonna look at you being like, oh my gosh, his tires are too big, they're rubbing. So loving how it's turning out. I'll keep you guys updated on those rear links, and we'll get those ordered and installed. But more to come on this thing. Thanks for watching, guys. Make sure you subscribe, tune into the channel, and as always, like this video. Leave me some comments on what you think down below. Take care. We'll see you.